Hello and welcome to ServiceTracker Hints and Tips video guides. This video covers my settings. Hi all, so in this video we're going to talk about my settings and what you can do in my settings. We're only going to highlight a few key things which are relevant that we sort of would be asking you to do or you may want to do. So to access the my settings, you go up to the top where generally it's got your name up here. On the drop down you've got my settings. So there's a few things that we would generally highlight to people. So under the personal settings, if you want to put in as much personal information as you can, that would be quite useful. So here you go, you can add more information in there. But this is also where you can change your password. One of the key things we talk about is granting access. So if there happens to be a problem and we need to dial in and have a look, we may say to you, "Oh, can you grant us access?" So to do that, you'd go into My Settings, Grant Account Login Access, and then you'd go into the ServiceTracker support, and then you simply say how many days you want it to be. So 1 day, 3 days, 1 month, 1 week. So we can then log in and under your settings and have a look and check what's wrong. And so you'd press save and that would update there. Another one which is quite useful and handy is under display, Customize My Tabs. So this is where you can change the tabs at the top here. So if there's specific tabs that you want to be accessing more than others, you could put them on there. So you could, you may say you don't want to have visits, but what you want to see is schedules, or you may want to see, you may want to see all of the contracts, all the contacts. So you're just simply dragging them and moving them across there, and then pressing save, and that'll update that. Generally, though, this would have been set up for an optimized one for your organization, but as you say, that's how you can go and change them there yourself. Another setting which is also quite handy and quite useful is around emails. So if you click on the My Email setting, you can go and put in your signature at the bottom here. So when you email within ServiceTracker, it would have your signature put on the bottom, so you can go and copy and paste something and put it in there. One of the ones though that we generally mention about is the My Email to Salesforce. And this is quite nifty and handy. So what we're saying here is, if you were to type an email on your standard emailing system, so let's just say you've got Outlook and you were typing an email to a customer, if you were to blind copy in this big long email address, which is unique to everyone in here, and the email address is already in the system, it would link that email that you've just sent to ServiceTracker, and it'd be within the client section. You'll have that email will appear there, so you can see all the correspondence. To get that to work, what you need to do is you need to make sure your email address on the Outlook is been put in here. So you'd go in and change it. So my email at email.com, if that's whatever you want. So that would what it would be. You'd put it in there and you'd press save. But we'd also suggest is that you would go and copy and paste this link. And what we generally say to everyone is, if in Outlook you create a contact and you put that in as the email address and maybe call the name BCC ServiceTracker. So when you're writing an email, you'd put in the 2, and then in the BCC section, you'd write the BCC, and the contact should then appear with that email address. And it's blind copied, so the end user can't see it. But by doing that, you'll then link it in, so all of the correspondence are being saved. It's very handy when you've got multiple people who could be emailing them. So rather than them being sat on their own email account, you're then seeing it all against the client on here, so you can see the whole history. So that would be one of the ones that we'd suggest you do, and then you just press save and it'll update. Those are the key things in my settings. Thank you for watching.